Hello everyone and welcome back once again to Strategic Command World War I, where the enemy is about to break, hopefully. Things have started degenerating into grabbing as much territory as you can, which, well, I do appreciate it, but yeah, you cannot get out, but that's empty. So they might or might not be able to destroy that, but let's at least move some guys also down here. Let's move you up ahead. Take Cherkasy. Okay, I can't take Kremenchuk. No partisans down here, so we should be okay on that side as well. I should leave a unit at Kiev, at least for this turn, because the enemy might still be able to get out there. Need to defeat the unit at Chernikov too before continuing. Let's cross the river. They might have a unit at Poltava. No, probably not. We'll see. Anyway. Come on. Excellent. Okay, that allows us to move once again. Let's at the very least cut off this unit, because I wouldn't want it to continue moving. They probably have some unit at Smolensk. Reinforcing one point is useless, and they might actually attack at this spot. Let's lower the entrenchments a bit. Also try to strike from their rear. Yeah, if they take it back, that's fine. Maybe you can move in there. Yes, you can. Perfect. Take the Vinsk. And start moving up. Yeah, like I said, it starts becoming like a race to take as much territory as possible, as fast as possible now. Yeah, I'm curious to think about how I'm gonna take this. These guys will be in supply pretty much forever, I think. I already moved all of these other guys except them. Right, well... Oh, great. I messed that up. Oh well. Let's get in that railgun. For them to lose Smolensk would indeed mean another loss of national morale. They're at 28% right now. And I'm just freely moving through Russia pretty much about right now. So, yeah, that's great. As I said before, we'll be taking this on this turn for sure. There we go. Montenegro is down. And that means that Albania is next. That was a bit worse than I had imagined. There we go. Take that. I kinda attacked that for no reason. Let's move around these places. And let's also move all the way out here. Because I can. There will be partisans in this area, okay. You there, there, and there. You guys move, so they will also surrender, they will surrender. Like I said, the enemy is on its last legs. Let's go in here. 3, 2, 3, 1. Let's do this one. Lower those entrenchments. 2, 2, 2, 3. Let's open a rail line to our beleaguered soldiers down there. Let's detach you, and take these two. These forces are going to go down towards Bordeaux. To seize the capital. Although the destruction of enemy forces is also very important, so I will attack here as well at Nantes after taking La Rochelle. I will actually start pulling some troops from the line here as well and move them to Russia, because there is no real reason to keep them there, although I could also use them against the Italians. Let's send you to the Italians. Operate these guys. I definitely need a third HQ in Russia at the very least. And then I'll reinforce these three. And I'll send them to deal with Libau first. So I'll have 2 more HQs around here. I don't particularly care for the city. I'd rather destroy more enemy units. We detach all of those. Okay. Move you in there, I'll destroy the Anzacs. There we are. Move you guys. Okay. not bad. And then the remainder of the forces in here will deal with what's rest in France if they don't surrender. Let's operate you over to this front, where I will also be sending more forces against the Italians. Despite everything, I actually think that it might take a bit longer to finish this, because I need either Britain or Russia to surrender, and that surprisingly might still take some time, potentially. We'll see. Going out on a limb and say that they just aren't gonna attack. That, and even if they do, I need to take Port Said. Here. That's just a joke. Come on. Oof. Okay. Thank you, game. These guys are very exposed and they might very well destroy them, but I got there. So we'll see what happens. Attack. I have no clue. Come on. Yeah, I might start using other guys to attack at the partisans here too. That Arab revolt has no chance of succeeding in any possible way. So I'm not too worried. Are you connected? It's hard to see. I don't think they are. Let's detach you, attach you. And just attack that. There we go. Like, I gotta defeat the Russians wherever I can, so destroying those planes will help me out a bit again. They probably have a unit in there, so there's not a whole lot I can do, but I need to start pushing on this front too in whatever way is possible. Those are looking to be some juicy entrenchments. There we go. That deals with that. Navy is last. Seems like the weather might be... oh, it's calm. Really no clue why these guys cannot move into those hexes. I'll keep attacking the Dreadnought meanwhile. With the submarines that are allowed to get in there. Maybe these guys have zero supply. If that's the case, I can imagine that. Yeah, okay. So let's send armored cruiser to finish off that Dreadnought. And hopefully that will teach them a lesson. But probably not. I'll start moving back because I am in poor supply, need to repair. I've done my duty so far. Their blockade has not particularly worked out so far. So there doesn't seem to be anything against my shipping here. Reinforce you. And take a look at the research. So let's go at it. I have 2 chits, yeah. I already have level 1, so I'll just go to level 2. That leaves me with quite a bit of points for the Germans. Let's invest into the Netherlands. Maybe we can get back supplies. 5 chits. Research for you. This goes to 2. Let's go for command and control. 326 left. They'll purchase on artillery. As for the Ottomans, they can invest 90 into research. So let's start with fighter development and purchase not a core because I have 1 too little. Recon bombers, sure. All right, let's see what kind of misery the Entente is in now. Can't be good. Yes, unfortunately they did. They're probably gonna die. British morale falls due to the loss of Port Said. Loss of Montenegro's capital reduces Serbian morale. Serbia surrenders. Austro-Hungary plunders 251 MPP. Montenegro surrenders. 100 MPP. Sweet. France surrenders. Finally. It's all mine. Liberating Algeria. Morocco. Tunisia. Apparently they become independent. Fighting erupts between Barjam Kuri and Eshat Pasha again. So one of the major powers is down. And we have another one left. Probably the one that's gonna fall is Russia. I don't see the British falling that quickly. As Russia is on the verge of collapse. At least that's the way I see it. They didn't attack. They can't be thinking that much. Okay, so they put a unit out here at Pernov and also at Smilton. They're actually different units than the ones they had before. Okay. These guys won't hold out for long. What are they doing? I wonder if Britain is actually empty. That's what I think would be most curious to see. They're going down, allowing us to flow into this territory. So I have an HQ out there. I can hardly attack against this. Russian morale is affected by the French defeat. Italian morale is affected by the French defeat. Russian national morale falls on the loss of Serbia. Fall of Serbia raises Austro-Hungarian national morale. Germany celebrates the defeat of Serbia. Okay. Fighting breaks out in Petrograd. Irish Easter rising against British rule. Conscription leads to industrial unrest in Sheffield. Karl Liebknecht and Rosa Luxemburg make anti-war speeches at Berlin's May Day rally. Lenin calls on socialist meeting in Switzerland to transform the war into a class war. The Russian government loses control as disorder breaks out. Tsar Nicholas II abdicates and a provisional government is formed. Alexander Kerensky becomes Minister of War in the new Russian government. Leon Trotsky returns to Russia from exile. Italian national morale falls below 50. Kerensky's appointment boosts Russian national morale. So a lot of morale increased, well, mostly decreases, but increases as well, some of them. Okay. Let's leave those for now, and well, this movement is terrible. I guess the supplies are just abysmal indeed. I'll take it. Okay, these guys don't have such issues. They have an HQ out there. That's cute. But with the loss of Smolensk, their national morale must be dropping once more by quite a bit. Okay, Uman is taken down. HQ unit in Kishinev. These guys are just going to move down, try to work towards Odessa and I guess Kishinev as well. Let's take these here mines so they don't get to utilize those. I'll keep a unit in Kiev, like I said. Let's move upon Kursk, which also gives the enemy a lot of points, actually. Many of these cities do give quite a bit, and I do plan to take them one by one. Okay, there we go. So let's move upon Bryansk. In the north, things are mostly bad. I think this is mud, and that's the reason for all these problems. Well, as long as we get to move through in the south. The Austro-Hungarians are booking exceptional successes on that, so okay, you actually get to move ahead. Potentially next turn we'll take Kharkov, although again my units are in very poor supply everywhere. Let's deal with this. Potentially, but it doesn't look particularly enticing. Also because I don't have that many core. Let's move down first, try to deal with this. I should probably try to strike at Cairo whenever I can here. Ugh. Okay, that didn't go very well. That did go quite well. I won't be able to take it, especially not with losses such as that, but... Or bad odds such as that. Yeah, that went terrible. Still waiting for those extra units, but I think that the Allies are not gonna... They're already a year late to land at Gallipoli, so that would be highly unlikely if they were to go in there. Let's get this core at Bardia and these guys down there. I don't see it happening. So yeah. That's the Ottomans. Over here. Tirana needs to fall. Probably getting it on the next turn. It depends kind of on how I'll be able to deal with this HQ as well. Maybe these guys can go in here and attack. And a bad roll. Well, that means it will fall on the next turn. Let's see if they have a unit in here. They don't. So let's start moving down to... These guys wouldn't be able to do it. So... Move you in here. HQ's down. There's only Pristina there. So then Tirana falls and we should be able to go down with only the Greek units in Greece. They should be fairly easy to defeat, I think. They do have Royal Marines out there, so they would be near impossible to defeat. Wonder how you're supposed to do that. Yeah, you have no supply. Should be moving back. Can reinforce these. And you. And there we are. I can do something else with them on the next turn. Let's make sure we sail out there. And all of these are also repaired. Not sending them out for now. So that's all of that. You moved. These guys are fine. We're fine up here. Not gonna send out any of those. Although send you out here. Yeah. So we've already crossed the Dnieper and we're advancing on the Donets at some places. Maybe we'll get to go into the Crimea as well. We'll see how this goes. This is actually quite funny. I will attack. They'll probably also just repair, but okay, that is ineffective. So these guys need to move out. Need to shift my units back towards those places where they do have units. Like I do need to take Orsha here, even though I have Smolensk already. That's what this HQ is for as well. Then I just attack this. It's the city that's being attacked though. But I will need 2 HQs, one for troops up here and one going up here towards Petrograd. So that's taken care of. I will probably send more forces that way because of France, of course, which has pretty much fallen. This was too hasty. I only thought about it a second before. Luckily, it was only a detachment, but still, that was a bit of a mess. Let's reinforce those guys that need it. I guess at 8 they're fine. I can upgrade them with mobility. No. I'm gonna operate these guys down here because I actually want to send a few more units down into that area as well. I'll be sending at least these, and I think this should probably be enough to deal with Italy. Then, what's next? Going after Spain is maybe a bit far-fetched. Maybe we can prepare like a naval invasion of Britain. That'd be fun. Let's reinforce you. You go up front. Pull them out. And I will send these over to Russia as well after reinforcing. However, the HQ, together with some of these, will still go after the British here for now. I'm gonna get these on the road because I'm gonna send them over to the Italian front. Same for these. And all these guys will come together there. As for diplomacy, I already put 5 in that, so let's try to put some in Switzerland. I have a 35% chance to sway towards my side. Yeah, the British don't have that much there anymore. So they were once again blockading me. Still that pesky cruiser. Unfortunately, my units are pretty much out of juice. Yeah. Next turn I'll get those guys that need it into the ports immediately for repairs. Well, these guys are doing quite well for themselves. Okay, there we are. I think that's everything for this turn. These should be repaired. They're still looking fine, and with the addition of these German units out here, I wonder if some of these guys will move into that direction. The Italians are already below 50%, so they are probably not really. Russians are at 6 too. Yeah. Well, we'll see. You will purchase core. You will also purchase a mountain core. Okay. Partisans at Minsk. But of course I can't deploy them at Minsk. That will be tricky. Oof, okay. Need to operate something in there and fast. Germans though, research. And purchase. Let's just buy a dreadnought. The British are shocked by the Irish uprising. Loss of Smolensk reduces Russian national morale. The revolution in Russia and the setting up of a provisional government there opens up a new opportunity to weaken our opponent in the east. There is a Russian revolutionary in Switzerland called Lenin, who could prove useful if we were to arrange for him to be sent to Russia, where he'll be able to agitate in favor for the Bolshevik party. Would you like to authorize the payment of 25 MPPs to send Lenin to Russia in the hope that he'll be able to provoke further disorders there? Note, the Bolsheviks are hot-headed revolutionaries who call for Russia to make peace. If his party were to gain support in Russia, then it can only weaken that nation's morale and their determination to continue the war against us. Germany's decision to send Lenin to Russia in a sealed train was perhaps one of the most decisive events of the First World War. Not only did it lead to the Russian Revolution, but this in turn led to increased disaffection amongst many armies and the civilian populations at home. Ultimately, the success of the Bolsheviks in Russia was to contribute to Germany's own collapse in the autumn of 1918, so this is not a decision to take lightly. My answer is no, we will not send him. Finland declares independence from Russia, and they got it. Genoese territorial militia mobilized. Milanese territorial militia mobilized. Odessa Opolcheny mobilized. From Kharkov as well. Workers in the Ukraine strike for better conditions. Netherlands to Central Power, 6%. Yes. Okay. All very nice. So there will be a couple of blocking units there. Russia didn't surrender, but we didn't send Lenin either. Wow, okay. They're moving up, so I'm gonna move down up there too to attack them. If they're down to 4, these guys have no chance. Alright, that unit was something I forgot for sure. Maybe they can repair due to poor supply, but maybe they actually do have plenty of it. Ow. Hope putting this unit in here will help a bit with these two until reinforcements can arrive. Russians are destroying themselves here. Really? 5 damage? Another Anzac? I'm fine with these guys moving back, to be honest. If they keep rebuying these units and I keep destroying them, that's not really an issue for me. Okay. Seems like they got a couple new units, but that's not really something to worry about. Oh, mountain troops. Russians are still at large here. Oh. Russia surrenders. Okay. The Ottoman Empire gains territory in the Caucasus. They regain the territory that they lost in the previous war. Germany controls the administration of Polish Russia. Bolshevik forces grow in strength in Finland. And Central Powers major victory. Beautiful. We can see what's up. Can we see? Oh, so that's it, huh? Britain was practically empty. If I had landed in there, it would have all been over for them, I think. Maybe they would have a lot of events that will give them troops at the home countries. So what was left of the British Navy anyway? So they had this battle cruiser, the pre-dreadnought. So these guys here, there's still one dreadnought at very least, 2 dreadnoughts, 3rd dreadnought, 4th dreadnought. Okay, they had a lot. Then just a garrison there. And they had a lot of air forces here, but besides that, not actually a whole lot. So, yeah, we can no longer continue, as I feared, but I didn't want to make things, you know, take even longer. Either way, that does wrap up this. This is entirely full. Wow. Okay. So a lot of units, actually. I think they can... Italians, I think, can actually be quite powerful. Yeah, they do have it very rough out here. And that's, I guess, their main bottleneck. You can actually hold this just fine. So it was actually quite funny to be, you know, have the chance to attack from the other side. I think it was actually pretty cool. Yeah, so we won as the Central Powers. Hooray! And all these forces being sent back afterwards. So, I guess we got Polish territory, and the Finns have gotten independence. Good for them. And that's about it. So we weren't able to get all the way to Petrograd. They surrendered before, but it was only a matter of time anyway. I might someday do some form of an Entente LP. Maybe, but that will be a lot easier. So, yeah, who knows? It's always more fun to play as the side that historically lost. Right. That's it. Thanks for watching this LP. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back with other LPs as usual. And yeah, if you liked it, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe. I'll see you in another LP somewhere. Thanks, take care, and see you next time.